Have you noticed how some people walk into a room and instantly command attention, while others can talk endlessly and still be ignored? That's not luck. It's not lack of talent. It's because respect is never given freely. It's earned. And if you don't understand the rule behind this, you'll keep being seen as irrelevant, disposable, invisible. The harsh truth is this: no one takes seriously the person who doesn't take themselves seriously first. If you don't fix this now, your entire life will be marked by the mediocrity of never being heard, never being considered, never being remembered. You believe hard work is enough, that if you just study more, work more, and play nice, respect will come naturally. But that's the lie, keeping millions stuck in obscurity. The world doesn't respect effort alone. It respects presence. How many people do you know who spend their whole lives being dedicated, yet remain invisible? It's because they confuse competence with authority. Competence makes you useful, but it doesn't make you significant. The truth is uncomfortable but clear. If you don't learn how to position yourself, it won't matter how much you know or how much you do. You'll always be treated as a tool, never as a reference. Authority starts with you. Before you demand respect from others, you need to answer one simple question. Do you respect yourself? It sounds obvious, but it's not. Most people want to be taken seriously, yet they don't take seriously their own word, their own time, their own body, their own discipline. They want to be heard, but they betray themselves in the smallest details. And it's in those details that authority is either born or buried. When you make a promise to yourself and fail to keep it, you don't just weaken your self-confidence. You destroy the foundation of your external credibility. No one trusts a person who can't keep their own word. And yes, people notice. They may not say it, but they sense it. It's the difference between the one who says, "I'll do it," and the one who actually does. Authority begins in the unseen. Waking up at the time you set for yourself, finishing what you start, controlling your body instead of being enslaved by impulses. If you can't govern yourself, how can you expect to lead others? If you can't say no to a distraction, why should anyone trust you in critical moments? The reality is brutal. No one respects someone who lives in contradiction. You may have great ideas, but if you lack self-control, you'll be seen as weak. You may speak eloquently, but if your actions don't back up your words, your speech is nothing but empty noise. The foundation of authority isn't in what you demand from others. It's in the standard you set for yourself. So the first step to being taken seriously is not changing the world around you, but changing the world within you. Start with small adjustments, but keep them with non-negotiable discipline. Every time you honor your word to yourself, you lay one more brick of authority, and when those bricks start stacking, you become impossible to ignore. Communication and presence. You can master personal discipline, but if you don't know how to communicate, you'll remain invisible. Authority is not only about what you do, it's about how you show up. Form matters. Your tone of voice, your posture, your eyes, your pauses, they all speak louder than your words ever will. Think of someone you've seen speak in public. Some radiate confidence without saying anything extraordinary. Others share profound truths, but no one takes them seriously because their posture betrays insecurity. It's harsh, but it's real. If your presence doesn't demand attention, your words will never carry weight. Communication isn't about shouting, nor about being aggressive. It's about clarity and firmness. It's about holding eye contact without hesitation, speaking with measured pace, embracing silence without looking lost. It's knowing that every word must serve a purpose, and that over-explaining kills credibility. The moment you start justifying yourself too much, you've already lost respect. Your presence speaks even when you're silent. The way you walk into a room, the way you sit, how you hold your phone, how you handle interruptions. Small signals reveal whether you're in control of yourself or just another insecure voice begging to be heard. The truth is, people decide within seconds whether they will respect you or not, and that decision is born from your presence. And don't be fooled. Communication and presence are not innate talents, they are skills that can be trained. You can build a steady voice, confident eyes, and clear language if you practice. But you must stop speaking like a victim and start speaking like someone with authority. Because life doesn't reward good intentions, it rewards those who know how to project confidence. So remember, it's not enough to be right. If you don't know how to communicate your rightness, you'll be ignored. And in the real world, being ignored is the same as being irrelevant. Consistency and coherence. Once you've learned to respect yourself and communicate with presence, the hardest test comes: sustaining it every single day. Respect isn't won in a single act, it's built through a consistent accumulation of signals. You can impress someone once, but if you can't sustain it, you'll be remembered as a spark that quickly burned out. And no one takes seriously the person who shows strength for a moment and then disappears. Consistency is what separates the respected from the forgettable. It's not enough to be disciplined one week and careless the next, firm one day and contradictory the next. What builds authority is the predictability of your character. People need to know that when they deal with you, they won't be met with unpleasant surprises. You keep your word, you say what you'll do, and you do what you say. You are the same person on stage and behind the scenes. Here's the painful part. A single slip can destroy months, even years of building. One incoherent act has the power to collapse it all. That's why so many fall, because they never understood that respect isn't built on occasional peaks of greatness, but on steady lines of coherence. Those who live in highs and lows may be noticed, but they will never be respected. Coherence also demands sacrifice. You'll need to say no to invitations that don't align with your word. You'll need to let go of opportunities that contradict your values. You'll need to endure criticism for refusing the easier path. And all of this is necessary because every incoherent concession tears away a piece of your authority. Consistency and coherence are the armor that make you unshakable. When people realize your behavior is solid, predictable, and aligned, respect stops being a choice. It becomes an inevitable consequence. You no longer beg to be heard. You become impossible to ignore. The courage to hold boundaries. You can have discipline, presence, and consistency, but if you lack the courage to set boundaries, you will always be manipulated. True authority cannot exist without the ability to say no. Those who can't refuse, who accept everything just to avoid displeasing others, quickly become disposable. Respect is born the moment people realize you have a non-negotiable territory. And this territory isn't physical, it's internal. Your principles, your values, your dignity. If anyone can cross it and use you at their convenience, it's because you never built walls. And without walls, there is no respect. Life is full of people who will test your limits, friends who ask for unreasonable favors, colleagues who exploit your goodwill, bosses who cross the line, family members who manipulate your emotions. If you can't hold a firm no, they won't stop. Every time you give in, you send a clear message: I don't value myself. And if you don't value yourself, no one else will. The courage to set boundaries doesn't mean being rude. It means being firm. It's saying what's necessary without drowning in excuses. It's refusing to feel guilty for protecting what's yours. It's having the clarity that if pleasing someone requires you to betray yourself, the price is far too high. And understand this: when you begin saying no, you will lose some people. Those who are used to draining you will walk away. That's a good thing, because the ones who remain are the ones who truly respect you. Authority requires this natural cleansing. It's not about being accepted by everyone. It's about being respected by the right ones. Never forget, those who fail to enforce boundaries live at the mercy of others. Those who do may be disliked by some, but they will be respected by all. And respect is far more valuable than approval. But knowing these principles means nothing if you don't apply them. So start today, not tomorrow. First, choose one area of your life where discipline must be non-negotiable. Maybe waking up on time, hitting a daily goal, or cutting out a distraction that drains your energy. Then refine your communication. Speak less, but with clarity and firmness. Record your own voice, correct your posture, practice holding eye contact. Next, commit to a minimum period of consistency. 30 days of sustaining the standard without compromise. Finally, define your boundaries. Write down the situations where you usually give in and decide now how you'll say no next time. Don't wait until you feel ready. Impose them now. Each small act is another brick in the foundation of your respect. And soon you'll see the brutal difference between being just another one and finally being taken seriously. The time has come to face the truth with no mask. If you don't live this out, you will keep being ignored. It doesn't matter how much you study, how hard you work, or how much you try. Without discipline, presence, consistency, and boundaries, you will always be seen as weak, manipulable, irrelevant. But if you choose to change today, something powerful happens. You'll no longer have to beg for respect. It will come naturally. People will sense they are not standing before just anyone, but someone whose words carry weight and whose actions stand firm. And then, at last, you'll stop being just another lost voice in the noise and become someone impossible to ignore. The choice is yours. Remain a spectator in your own life, or step into the role of someone who is taken seriously.